This video has been created to provide inspiration for some hardy plants that will help achieve a tropical look in a UK garden. If you haven't yet seen my previous video, my top 10 hardy foliage plants for a tropical garden, the link is in the description, and it's worth a watch as I have not repeated any of those plants here. I've also included the link for my video 21 palm trees that can grow outdoors in the UK, as I've also not included these in this video. So let's take a look at another 15 hardy foliage plants. Cynara cardunculus is commonly known as the cardoon and is a clump-forming perennial which can tolerate lows of -10 degrees C. It has large silvery thistle-like leaves that grow to around 1 metre in length and makes a fantastic ornamental plant. It produces large purple thistle-like flowers in late summer and autumn. It grows best in full sun in most types of soil. Melianthus major, or the honey bush, is another stunning architectural plant with large blue-green leaves that can grow 1/2 metre long. It's hardy in most of the UK, although it will die back to ground level in colder areas. In spring, it can produce reddish-brown flowers if the foliage has not been cut back by winter frost. It prefers full sun and will grow in most soil types. Roldener petersitis is commonly known as the Californian geranium and is a shrub that can grow up to 1.8 metres tall with large, soft, hairy leaves and clusters of yellow, daisy-like flowers produced in winter to early spring. It grows well in full sun or partial shade and can tolerate some drought but will need shelter from strong winds. It's hardy to around -10 degrees C. Tree ferns are a great addition to a tropical garden, particularly for adding interest at the higher levels, although they are slow growing, and therefore it's better to purchase them at the desired height. In milder areas of the UK, there are a few varieties that may grow well, but the hardiest varieties in the UK are the Cyathea australis, which can tolerate temperatures to around -10 degrees C, and Dicksonia antarctica, which can be grown in most of the UK, although fleece protection may be needed in winter to protect them from the harsh frosts. Ferns are a great addition to a tropical garden, and there are lots to choose from. Aspilenium scolopendrium is hardy throughout the UK, and Blechnum chilens is hardy in most of the UK, both with glossy, tropical-looking foliage. Anthurium niponicum is a great choice if you're looking for colour contrast. And some ferns, like Dryopteris lepidopoda, look stunning when young fronds emerge orange in colour. Curtomium fulcatum, or the holly fern, can be grown in milder areas of the UK. Cordyline australis is commonly known as the cabbage tree and is a great palm-like option to grow in UK tropical gardens. It can grow up to 20 metres tall, with sword-like leaves that can be green, red or pink. However, the green variety is the hardiest, surviving temperatures down to around -8 degrees C. Cordyline australis, red star or purpurea will grow well in milder areas of the UK, while pink varieties like Charlie Boy may struggle in all but the mildest areas of the UK. Voodoo lilies are a great plant to grow in a tropical garden with their unusual leaves and strange exotic-looking flowers, and there are several varieties that can be grown in UK gardens, including Sauromatum venosum, which is hardy in most of the UK, and the Indian giant variety has much bigger leaves. Dracunculus vulgaris can be grown in much of the UK with mulch protection over winter. And Amorphophallus bulbifera can survive outdoors in milder areas of the UK with a good mulch. Farfugium japonicum aureomaculatum is a great plant to grow in a moist, shady spot and is hardy to at least -10 degrees C if given mulch over winter. Its large, glossy leaves are speckled with yellow variegation, making this a very attractive option. Farfugium japonicum wavy gravy is another great variety that prefers partial shade if you live in milder areas of the UK, with its unusual foliage looking almost like giant parsley. Fig trees are surprisingly hardy in the UK, particularly varieties like Ficus brown turkey, with large, deeply lobed leaves and producing edible figs up to 10 centimetres in length. It is hardy to around -10 degrees C, and Ficus brunswick is hardy to around -15 degrees C, and it's a variety that will produce an abundance of fruit. They grow best in full sun in a sheltered position in neutral or alkaline soils. Hostas are fully hardy perennials that make a great addition to tropical gardens. They can range both in size and colour and grow best in moist soil with partial shade. They have a reputation for being susceptible to slugs and snails, but there are varieties with greater slug resistance, generally those with thicker, waxier leaves, such as Hosta T. rex or Hosta seaboldiana. There are several varieties of yucca which are hardy in the UK. Yucca gloriosa is commonly known as the Spanish dagger, with rigid sword-shaped leaves and can survive temperatures down to -20 degrees C, while Yucca flaccida is similar in terms of hardiness, but with less rigid, drooping leaves. Yucca rostrata is hardy to at least -15 degrees C and is a striking plant with its much thinner, silvery blue leaves giving it an almost grassy appearance. Yucca carnarissana is hardy to around -10 degrees C, but should be protected from winter wet. Smolanthus maculatus is a tall perennial which can grow to 1.5 meters tall in a single season, with an attractive mottled stem and large green leaves. It produces yellow daisy-like flowers in late summer to autumn and can be grown in most of the UK, dying back to ground level and re-emerging in spring, although it may need mulch protection in colder areas. Phormium tenax, or the New Zealand flax, is a great hardy plant for UK gardens and can withstand wind and salt spray. It is a large clump-forming evergreen plant that can grow to between 2 and 4 meters tall, growing best in full sun or partial shade. Phormium cookianum is another great variety which is hardy in most of the UK, although slightly smaller, growing to around 1.5 meters tall. Scheffleras are shrubs or trees with dark, glossy green, tropical-looking foliage. Although not all varieties are hardy, Schefflera rhododendrofolia is hardy to around -10 degrees C, and a mature Schefflera taiwaniana can also gain resistance to temperatures of up to -10 degrees C, although providing mulch around the roots and fleecing the branches in winter may be advisable if temperatures drop below around -5. There are several grasses and reeds that look good in a tropical themed garden, especially if you're avoiding using invasive bamboos. Most varieties of miscanthus, such as the Sinensis gold bar, is fully hardy in the UK. Arundodonax is hardy in most of the UK, although it may need mulching over winter, and the variegated variety is slightly less hardy. Cortaderia celoana, or pampas grass, is hardy throughout the UK, but take care not to plant it next to paths as the leaf edges can be sharp to brush against. If you've enjoyed watching this video, please consider subscribing and turn on notifications. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram or X for video updates as well as my flower of the day. And you can email me at freyastropicalgarden@gmail.com. Don't forget to check out my website at freyastropicalgarden.co.uk, where you can find a range of information including public gardens that I've visited and information on plants that have been shown on my videos. I've had so much fun making this video, but if you'd like to make a contribution towards running costs, you can do so via PayPal.